Okay, so I want to talk about how a lot of women treat men like disposable attack dogs. Okay, the first thing is that I notice is that oh, in public, women will be getting into a beef with someone, right? And they're basically being the agitator, the instigator, and with a guy, right? A woman being an agitator and instigator with a guy. And you can tell that they're bucking and getting bold because they expect their male partner to take over if this person decides to explode or retaliate. I've noticed this numerous times. Sometimes the guy's looking scared, um, like they have courage through their boyfriends. They're not worried that their boyfriend could get seriously injured, or their husband or their male partner. They don't care if they might get seriously injured, go to jail, or they might die in the fight. They don't care. Another example of this, I had this homie. I went to go visit them with a friend, and they were talking about how their boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, something along those lines, was beating them up. And she told me that, and I didn't really say anything. And she had a roommate. And then she told him, like, in this like sob story way, like, yeah, there's this, my boyfriend's beating me up. And he said something like, oh, that's unfortunate. And when he went back into his room, she was like, where are the men? Where are the men? So you expect me, first of all, if anyone, if he was beating you up in person, of course I would do something about it because you're my homie. And it's not about you being a woman. If I saw someone getting beat up, it's potentially I would step in to help stop the fight or to fight the person. But the person wasn't even around. So she basically expected us to like actually like, where's he at? Where's his address? Da, 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 da. She actually expected us to hunt this guy down and what, like, beat him up again. They don't care if you might be injured. They don't care if you might die in the fight. They don't care if you might go to jail. I can't go and attack someone because they attacked you in the past. Like, that doesn't make sense. So here's my thing. Why did you get with him? Why don't you break up with him? Why don't you break contact with him? Why don't you call the police on him? You see the issue? A lot of times women will be in these toxic relationships by choice, consensual, complicit. They're just addicted to toxic relationships and they want to pull everyone else into it. And if you don't hunt down a guy, you're not a man, which is like women demote themselves. They lower the rank. If being a man is a high status that can be stripped from you, who's the lower rank? Who's the lower person? It's women. So that's like so annoying. And then what's the loss? Women be trying to strip your man status. Like, you're not a man. What did I lose? Plus, a man is just an adult male. How can you take that away from someone? But anyways, but they want the role play, the societal role, the caste role, the disposable attack dog. Basically, it's like there's so many ways that you can avoid that situation, but you would rather someone be a disposable attack dog. And then another aspect of this, there was this mm, two things connected to like these talk shows that are run by women. I think it was on The View. I don't recall her name right now. She has a Haitian husband, and she was talking about men protecting her or whatever. And she was talking about how They have some type of like lake house, cabin house, and she was like saying how she wants a man to use the gun. Like, that's one of the big aspects. Like, you guys want men to be like your disposable attack dogs in the age where guns are more common as a common more form of attack as a fence. So why couldn't she why do you need a man to protect you with a gun? You can pull a trigger. Like, it's not making sense. Women are like, you be the protector, you be the guardian. It's a gun. How did your vagina prevent you from pulling a gun trigger? It's like you guys have either been rendered helpless dependents, or that's the level that you expect men to be disposable attack dogs. Like, that you don't even consider that we're talking about guns in a lot of these cases. Like, and that holding be the protector, it doesn't make sense. So I'm assuming we're going to have lives. So of course you would naturally protect the person if you're going to the movies and someone attacks them. Like, but otherwise the person will be at their job. You will be going about running your errands. Like, a guy can't be with you 24/7. So this whole logic, men are the protector thing, doesn't even make sense in this society. And then if you're being attacked at your home, the guy's most likely going to use a gun. So why can't you just use the gun? Like, it makes no sense. Like, if you guys are so anyways, there's another talk show, I think it's called, yeah, it's The Real. They were talking about someone was like sexually assaulted for 40 minutes straight on a train. First of all, and then the women in the comments were like, arrest the bystanders. Like, that was the story. Like, bystanders watched one, apparently someone recorded it, and everyone in the comments was crying like, arrest the bystanders, do something. First of all, like, I need more details. I know you guys have this disposable attack dog mentality, but I need more details. Like, so did she ask for help? Did she scream for help? People can get kinky on the train. Like, what do you mean sexual assault? So they were sexually assaulting this woman for 40 minutes straight on the train. What was her reaction? What was her response? That could have been a couple being sexual or kinky on the train. And then I'm assuming that she wasn't going into hysterics or like screaming or anything because it was 40 minutes. So again, what's up with you guys acting like helpless, dependent baby, like worm babies? No arms, no legs, no agency, no independence, no voice. Like, what's up with that? It's like, on one hand, you guys are like, don't patronize women, don't talk down to us like we're children. But on the other hand, you're like, help me, I'm a baby, protect me at all costs. It's like, what? It's like, so, like, you don't have agency, you can't decouple yourself from the situation. Now, it could have been a situation that he was using his strength to like basically hold her down, and I mean, it's possible, but again, you don't have any level of agency or dependence. Or why aren't you guys being strapped? That's the form of defense now. No, no knife, no pepper spray, no taser, no gun. Like, and then again, they're expecting random civilians to intervene in who knows what the situation is, what a scenario. If someone's in distress, it doesn't matter if you have a vagina. I will potentially help them, but I'm also not going to just sacrifice myself for any type of situation and scenario. There was even a guy who recently got killed. He was trying to intervene into like a domestic fight. Like, I don't know. Like, if I see a woman who's like arguing in a relationship and the guy's hitting her and she's just standing there like a helpless buffoon, like I'm not going to intervene. Like, but if she's like, help me, trying to get away, trying to fight them off, okay, that's real distress, right? But if you're just acting like some women have like no agency, you guys are like baby balls. Like, if you have that level of low self esteem, don't get in a relationship. You know how we fix all these domestic abuse situations? Self assessment. Do you have low self esteem? Then don't get in a relationship. And I'm not saying forever, but delay getting into a relationship, because how do you guys not have agency and independence and willpower or anything? I'm just tired of this helpless woman thing and double standard. Like, don't patronize us, but we'll use baby voice and act helpless, and in any situation sacrifice your life for us. Like, that world is over. Like, we're not in Tampumbo tribal times.